Hello and welcome to another video of the Long Termer. Today we have with us the mighty muscular Mahindra XUV 500 W6 variant. W6 variant does not get a reverse parking camera, and the camera right here is an aftermarket equipment. In spite of this being a mid-variant of the car still comes loaded with lots of tech and creature comfort. No doubt, the car looks very aggressive and its exterior styling had always been its USP. The tail lamps are nice and big and they really lifts up the rear portion of the car. It even gets the rear wiper, washer and defogger. The glass area is also very impressive, which in turn makes the cabin more airier and spacious. The car comes with 17 inches steel wheels with steel wheel caps. Even the door handles go really well with these angular styling. Side footstep is an aftermarket addition. The car right here is the updated version of its first generation and gets certain tweaks in the exterior appearance. These are the ORVMs, which are electrically adjustable and foldable. As per Mahindra, the exterior styling of the XUV 500 have been inspired from a cheetah. Yes, you heard it right, and quite literally, the front end of the car does look so. Now, with respect to the updates I was talking about earlier, here are the revised front grille. It even gets chrome applique. Mahindra's embossing is also finished in chrome. There are also piano black touches. These are the projector headlamps of the car. It even gets daytime running lights. W6 variant does not get fog lamps, and these are an aftermarket addition. The styling of the car completely stands out from the rest of its competitors. This is the fuel lid of the car. W6 variant gets the flip key. You even get a boot opener. XUV 500 comes with a 7-seat seating configuration. These are the third row of seats. You can flip it down when not in use. When all the 3 rows are up, the boot space is almost negligible. Adjustable headrests are there on all the 3 rows, which is a very good touch. Now, let me just show you the amount of space on offer when the third row of seats are folded down. Now at this point, I would really like to appreciate Mahindra for not compromising the comfort of third row passengers, as at the back you get dedicated air-con vents, you get cup holders, you can even adjust the blower controls. On top of that, there are even seat belts for third row of seats, but still, the third row of seats are best suited for children and shorter people. This is the amount of boot space on offer when the third row of seats are folded down. Accessing the third row of seats is a bit of a task as the seats can't be slided. Now coming to the second row of seats, these are the body color door handles. The doors of the car feel sturdy and solid. On the door panel you get the controls for the power window. There is even a grab handle, the bottle holder, the side footstep. There are even scuff plates. The rear AC vents of the car are located on the pillar. The rear seats of the car are very comfortable, and seating 3 people abreast will not be much of a problem. The leg room of the middle row of seats is quite exceptional. Even if you slide the front seats all the way towards the back, still there will be lots of leg room on offer. Grab handle with coat hooks. There is even a reading lamp. Middle row also gets a center armrest. It even gets 2 cup holders. The glass area is quite good in the car, which in turn makes the cabin more airier. This is the dashboard of the car. Mahindra says that the door handles of the car are inspired from cheetah's claws. When you open the door, on the door panel you can observe that there are controls for all the 4 power windows. Electrical adjust for the ORVM. Door handle gets silver finish. There's a bottle holder and magazine holder. Height adjust for the driver's side seat. The seating comfort of front row seats are also worth mentioning. On the right side is the headlight leveler. You even get the fuel lid opener. These are the 3 pedals. You even get a footrest. The power steering gets tilt adjust. On the right hand side are the cruise controls, and on the left are the media controls. The layout of the instrumental cluster looks very sporty and is easy to read. It also shows the gear shift indicator, which becomes very useful while driving the car. W6 variant gets touch infotainment system. The display of the rear view camera also shows up on the screen. As per me, the best part of the infotainment system is that there are even physical buttons for controlling the infotainment system. The car has automatic climate control and it really works well. The quality of plastics used by Mahindra is decent. Here there is a cubby hole which is nicely placed. This is the 6-speed manual transmission of the car. I even like the shape of this handbrake. There are 2 cup holders besides it. The front armrest is very practical and you can open it in 2 ways. And they are ventilated as well, which is a very good touch. In terms of practicality, the car really scores well. There is even a storage department on the top of the dashboard. And that's not it. There is even a storage department over the glove box, which is decently spaced, and these minute details really draws lots of buyers. Last but not the least, the glove box of the car. And trust me on this, it is phenomenal. You can even store your fully sized laptop in this, and still you will be left with some more space. Now moving ahead onto the driver side sunshade. It does not get vanity mirror nor even the ticket holder. The manual IRVM. This is the sunglass holder. Another party trick of the car is its conference mirror, which really eases up in communicating with your other passengers. The reading lamps are LED based and it really lights up the cabin at night. The car gets 2179cc M-Hawk CRDE diesel engine that produces 138 brake horsepower with maximum torque of 330 Newton meters at 1600 RPM. Now let me show you the lights of the car. This is how it looks when the lights are illuminated. Projector headlamps with DRLs. The tail lamps of the car are halogen based and they are nice and bright at night. This is how the instrumental cluster looks when you switch on the ignition. Now let me talk about the driving dynamics of the car. The car right here is 3 years old and has been driven for close to 21,000 kilometers. Firstly, with respect to the refinement of this car, I would like to say that in spite of this being a 3-year-old car, I know it isn't too much, but still, I did not find any sort of rattling noise inside the cabin. And on top of that, at the moment when I started the ignition for the first time, I felt that this is not a diesel engine. I say so because the insulation inside the cabin is top notch. Even the NVH levels are well contained. Even you are well seated inside the car and it really gives a commanding position. Cruising with all the occupants on board will not be much of a problem as the engine is very punchy and peppy. The car is at its best when it surpasses the 1500 RPM mark. The clutch and gearbox of the car is also very light to use and you won't feel that you are driving a 7-seater. With respect to the safety, the car gets anti-lock braking system, brake assist and electronic brake distribution, coupled with 2 airbags. The suspension of the car is also very impressive and it easily glides over bumps and potholes. There is a bit of a body roll, but it isn't too much when you compare it with the Mahindra Scorpio. The hydraulic power steering of the car is also weighed well, which in turn gives lots of confidence to the driver. With respect to the fuel efficiency figures, as per the owner's testimony, the car gives 9 to 10 kilometers per liter in city driving conditions, whereas in highway it easily gives 13 to 14 kilometers per liter. Now the big question is, should you get one? In the used car market, I could find a good condition XUV 500 for a price of close to 9 to 10 lakh rupees. And these were the prices for a 3 or 4-year-old car. That is, you can even get a much older XUV 500 for a price even lesser than this, which is an excellent proposition considering the fact that the car offers lots of things at this price point. To all the viewers out there, feel free to comment in the comment section as to which is your favorite Mahindra. Is it the Scorpio or the XUV 500? That's it for this video. Kindly like, share and comment. Also, don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more such reviews. Thanks for watching.